So if you haven't heard of this game, Helldivers 2, that's been out since 2024, then you've quite literally been living under a rock. So why should you play Helldivers 2 in 2025? Whether you're brand new or you played at the launch, let me explain why it's the perfect time to jump back into Helldivers 2.
Ready to liberate.
The player count for Helldivers 2 surged over 500,000 players after its release on Xbox. So what is good about Helldivers 2 and why should you play it? The devs are actively expanding the game. They also update the game by adding war bonds. War bonds can change the meta significantly from when the game came out to now. For example, when the game first came out, everybody was running the shield backpack and the railgun. But now the meta shifted to where you could basically run anything and be fine. I remember the days where if you weren't running the railgun and shield backpack that you would be kicked from lobbies just because you weren't running the meta. And I think that's a really good change in my opinion, allowing player creativity and strategies being formed for the different scenarios that you face. Another big reason I think Helldivers 2 is doing so well is because the nostalgia factor.
This guy's legs, dude.
A lot of us grew up playing Call of Duty, Halo style games, and Helldivers 2 just emulates that same feeling. There isn't another game that has captured my attention like this for a long time, and I think that's something very special. My third reason for why you should purchase Helldivers is that it's actually an investment for you. The developers have explicitly stated that they intend Helldivers 2 to be a forever game, i.e. something that evolves rather than being replaced by its sequel. That means ongoing investment and balancing content and features just keep continually getting better over time. Another great feature of this game is it allows you to earn the premium currency that is used to purchase the war bonds in mission, which I think is a really cool feature, and it really reminds me of Halo Reach back in the day where when you played the missions you got credits and you could buy armor. I think Helldivers is really cool because it's an ever-evolving game and the developers want to keep it that way. The game is also live service and it's updated constantly, and the in-game lore changes depending on what the developers want the players to do. Also, the developers have explicitly stated that anything you do in the game is lore, and that everything that your Helldiver does is canon. I think that is really cool. It's really cool to think about your character doing some silly move and that being canon. I don't know, it's just really cool to me. Another big feature of Helldivers 2 is the multiplayer aspect. Whether you're playing solo missions or playing with friends, you can have a full squad up to 4 people, no matter your situation. It seems to me that Helldivers balances the patrols and the enemies based on how many players are currently in the lobby. Currently, there are only 3 enemy factions in Helldivers 2. The 3 different factions are the Terminids, the Automatons, and the Illuminate. With the Terminids, they were heavily inspired by Starship Troopers with massive bug hives and swarms, and they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful. A lot of people end up running explosives, flamethrowers, and shotguns in order to counter the bugs that get up close. Faction 2, the Automatons, are a communistic robot army with tanks, walkers, gunships, and squads of heavily armored bots. Unlike the bugs, they don't swarm, they strategize. You'll get pinned down by turrets or shredded by mechs. Armor-piercing weapons like the recoilless rifle or railgun are your best friends against this faction. The Illuminate, the third faction that Helldivers 2 has to offer, is a high-tech alien faction making their return from the first game. They're mysterious, they teleport, they manipulate the battlefield, and they punish players who don't adapt fast. Fighting the Illuminate means dodging psionic attacks and dealing with shielded units. Overall, with 3 different enemy factions in Helldivers 2, it makes the gameplay loop feel refreshing every time you play.
Helldivers 2 offers a lot when it comes to weapon customization and armor customization. This allows you to choose kind of what playstyle you want to have during each mission. The armor customization and weapon customization is further enhanced by the dev team actively listening to the player base regarding different weapons and balancing issues. What's nice about Arrowhead Studios is that they're actively listening and they want everybody to have a good time in their game, which I think is really cool, and you don't really see that a lot of the time in newer titles. There's a lot of lore to cover and a lot of in-game events that have happened since the release of Helldivers 2. There are many events such as Malevelon Creek, the Meridia Black Hole, the invasion of Super Earth, and much more that adds depth and something worth fighting for in the game.
Helldivers 2 is currently $40 on Steam, which in my opinion is fairly decent for a mainstream title like this. With everything included, ongoing updates, the fact that you can farm the premium currency in the game, and all the lore that comes with it. Very worth the $40 that you pay for the game. Overall, those are my reasons why you should play Helldivers 2. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoy this kind of content, it'd mean the world to me if you hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications on so you know when I upload. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.